Hello, this will be a video on downloading the new Stage D piano sample for Numa X Piano. We have to make sure that we have Numa Manager downloaded. We want to make sure that we have the latest firmware, which right now is 2.4.32, and we want to download the sample. Everything will take place in Numa Manager. We really don't have to mess with the keyboard at all. So the one thing that we need to do is make sure that you have your USB cable plugged from the back of the Numa into the back of your computer so that they can talk. Now, once we open Numa Manager, it will automatically recognize the Piano X. Did you want to say something, Eliza?
Yes. And before this video fully starts, make sure you give us a like and subscribe to help these videos keep growing.
Right. So, here's what we do. I'm going to start with what we need to do. Get into your web browser, okay?
Which is known as Google.
Which you can use anything you want. But I've already just did a quick search for, I just typed in Studio Logic Numa Manager. And then we can click on that. Click on that. Come on. There we go. And now what we're going to have is we're going to have all of the information on the release notes. So we want to scroll down until we get to Windows or Mac. I have a Mac OS. So I click on this and it does a download. Okay. I've already done it, so I'm not going to do it again. It's not necessary. But there is... just click on that and it'll download Numa Manager, which is what you need to kind of do the rest of everything else. So the next thing is I would make sure that you have the current firmware in your X Piano. So if we scroll down to the bottom of this, there's a firmware update. And then you can hit Update Numa X Piano. And when it goes on that, it shows the different firm. 2.4.32. It doesn't say that on here, but that's what it is. When we scroll down to the bottom, you're going to see Numa X Piano firmware 2.4.32. And then we click and download that, and that goes into our download manager. And then the only other thing that we need to download is the actual sound. So we're going to go back one screen. And we're going to go up until we have sounds, and it says Numa X Piano sounds, Piano GT sounds. It doesn't make a difference because they are the same, but there we will find the Stage D, and we will hit download again, and that will download into our download manager, and then we'll have that. Now we'll have all three of these files. So we're finished with this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Numa Manager. You'll have to, it'll probably prompt you to install, which I've already done, and it's just a piece of cake. You just install, and do you want to install? Yes, it's easy, easy peasy. So now what we're going to do is we're going to open Numa Manager, okay? So now here's our program. Now, it's already connected to my X Piano. It recognizes it, okay? So what we do is, first step, we do firmware update. So we go and we click on firmware update, and then down at the bottom here, it will count across until the current operating system is gone. Now, my piano came with 2.40, so the update did not take long. My understanding is if you have a firmware that's before 2.1 or before 2.0, it does take a little bit longer, because that big update that they did with the string resonance and all that kind of stuff was a little bit time consuming for download. But just be patient, it'll be worth it.
And I forgot to say that while you're down there hitting the subscribe button, you should also go down there and hit the notification bell.
All right. Okay, so now that you have updated the firmware, you're going to go to sounds, and then you're going to choose open. And when you hit open, it's going to find your files. So I have a number of them. I downloaded the movie strings, which I think are amazing. The felt piano, movie brass, and then the stage D. So find your stage D, and then you click on that, okay? And then when you click on that, you hit open, and it pretty much does the rest. It automatically puts it at the end of your acoustic pianos. So if we look at all of our pianos and we go down, you can see that it added the stage D and the felt piano, because I did both of those, but you can see that it added the stage D. Now, here's an interesting point. If you look at this, the stage D is a 360 megabyte file. So for someone who has a history of owning Nords, they're extra large versions of white piano and 3D Grand, Royal Grand, silver piano, studio piano. Those all hover either just below or just above 200 megabytes. So the detail in this stage D is, to me, is very, very impressive. I've somewhat blown away by the ability to kind of download this guy in here. And if I have downloaded the stage D, felt piano, movie brass, movie strings, and my available memory is, I still have 55% free. So this thing is going to be able to download some stuff. So I'm looking forward to what Studio Logic has to offer in the future. I think it's going to be pretty cool. So now, once this is done, it isn't complete until you hit apply. So when we select the stage D, for it to actually go into the keyboard and for it to stay into your piano, you have to hit apply. And apply will be a process, and then you'll see the countdown start again. And it takes a little while. A 350 megabyte sample, a 360 megabyte sample, takes a little bit of time to transfer from the computer into your keyboard. So be patient with it. But once you have that, and it's done, if you go over and you select your piano, select your acoustic pianos, and you scroll down, and you get to the bottom, there's my stage D and my felt piano. So there they are for you to use for any programs that you create. So this is the first time I've ever done one of these. So I know that the images are horrible because I'm just sitting here doing it with my cell phone, and I apologize for that, but I think I covered the steps, and the directions on the Studio Logic website are actually very good. So if I missed anything, I'm sure they have it covered in there. So anyway, enjoy.